working on a design project where we're pulling out a lot of existing shrubs, redoing the area. We've got some new trees going in, lots of shrubs and perennials. So we've got 3 areas of the garden that we're redoing. So stay tuned, and I'm going to try to bring you along as much as I can. So here's a preview of what was here before. So you can see there were 2 big cypress trees on either side of the house. The client pulled those out. The Japanese maples, I'm just going to be trimming those up. Those are existing. We're moving, 2 hydrangeas are staying, the ones that are farther forward, but the ones behind the Japanese maples are definitely moving. We're going to cut those all the way back and try to move them to the side by the garage. All the holly bushes and stuff that were in the front, the client removed those. And there were really no plants along the driveway, so that's a brand new area we're using. We're redoing this area around the driveway, and of course we're going to be careful about snow plowing. We're also going to do this area over here where we're gonna move some existing shrubs out here near this big rock. And the homeowner has already pulled out a lot of the shrubs. We're still gonna get rid of all this, undergrowth and stuff. The Japanese maple is staying and this hydrangea is staying, but we'll definitely be cutting that back a little bit. And we have a nice big serviceberry going over here. And on this side, so we've got all the shrubs have been pulled out of here and over here. And this Japanese maple is also going to stay. And we've got a nice big pink kusa dogwood going to go over there, and then this is going to stay and again get cut back. Everything else is being redone. So I'll take you along for the ride, and you can see how what changes we make. This hydrangea was a beast to pull out. It took 2 guys. They literally had to haul it out. This was really a job. And we even had already cut this back. All the hydrangeas were really cut back, but boy, it was tough getting this thing out. So here we are, trying to coordinate and figure out what to do. So it takes many hands. We're clearing out all the weeds, trimming up the Japanese maple. The client had already cut back the hydrangeas per my request when I explained and showed her how to do it, so we could actually get them into more reasonable size. The macrophylla hydrangeas, they weren't blooming anyway this year because we had a late frost. So that all worked out great.
Aren't you glad it's not 90 degrees?
Yeah, it was fine yesterday.
Unlike when you're working at my house.
Yeah, that was perfect. You guys remember to get the milestone? Just one bag. Yeah. Probably one more and I'll put it right here. I'm not gonna do all of it. What about over there?
So you can see now to the right, the other side of the sidewalk, I also had created a new bed that won't get dug out till day 2. But you're going to see how all this progressed, one bed at a time. I hope you find this interesting. You know, what's involved when you're working for a client is different when you're working in your own garden, of course. After all the soil was put down, the topsoil and compost blend, then we had the beds rototilled just to kind of work things into the soil a little bit. The soil here was sandier than I expected because typically it's very clay soil here. But we really wanted to work things in, give all the new plants and trees, which there are a lot of them, some good start. We put biotin fertilizer in all the holes you'll see as we're planting, but I really wanted things rototilled. Hopefully it didn't bring up a lot of weed seeds.
Right. Where's it going? The flag?
Yes, where the flag is.
A little more. Right there. Bring the bucket down without tilting. Yep. We can rotate it.
Yes, we're both thinking that it needs to go like 90 degrees that way. Because I think this is the front.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that is the front.
That face the front. Right there, right? No, a little more, right?
Yeah, that looks good.
That's a nice piece.
After we all agreed which was the front of the tree, then I started placing all the other shrubs and perennials. So after they got the tree in, then we could start doing other stuff. Again, I did put a note there. This is an apple serviceberry called Autumn Brilliance. Typically gets like 15 to 25 feet tall. Spread 15 to 25 feet. I've really never seen one that wide. I have one, and it's definitely not more than 15 feet wide. Blooms in April, which is really lovely. Looks great in the fall, has berries. The birds love it. It's a great underused tree, in my opinion. It is no small task getting the metal cage off these size trees. It's hard work, believe me.
Gavin did.
Except for the trees and a couple of the evergreens, all the plants here were proven winners. So we have Buddleia, Puxter periwinkle, we have Tough Stuff red hydrangeas, we have Baptisias, I think it's called dark chocolate, we have a gembox holly, and we have Amsonia string theory in this particular bed. And you'll see in day 2, I actually added some more plants. So I was, moving things around, deciding if I liked where I had them placed. When you put things on paper, sometimes it doesn't work exactly the way you want. So I'm always, assessing if this is the way I want it to look. And while I was doing that on all the beds, they were, filling things in, filling the hole in for the Serviceberry. These guys really worked hard, I've got to say. But things look so nice. My client was amazing. I could not keep her out of the beds. She wanted to work. She helped me put plants in the ground, biotone, raking. She was a real trooper. I give her a lot of credit. But now she'll know what to do with all this stuff too. So here's the bed at the end of day 1. We did do some more, but I'm gonna break this into like 3 videos because otherwise it's just gonna be way too long. But this is where we were at the end of this bed before, of course, it got mulched, but I also added more plants to this bed. So I will show you that. That was the end of day 2. Again, all these plants were proven winners plants. There's also some Spirea double play doozy. Spirea glow girl is also in this bed. And I added some yarrow that was not a proven winners. And I added some Agastaki queen nectarine. Oh, they are in this picture actually. So just at the end, I'll show you what it looks like all mulch. Now, the client wanted rock mulch next to the house and wood mulch on the beds outside of the main house area. I do not approve of rock mulch. I don't like it, but that's what the client wanted, so that's what we ended up doing. I hope you'll keep watching. I will get the rest of these videos together because there were another 3 beds that we did. And but I don't want it to be, like too long, and I don't want it to be boring. But I thought you might find it interesting, doing work for a client, not in my own garden, how things progress when you actually need equipment to put in your plants, and it doesn't hurt to have a couple of nice young guys helping drag things around. And again, my client was amazing. She was such a big help. She really wanted to be part of it all, and we just the two of us had a great time. So this was a lot of fun. So stay tuned, and I will keep showing you what this project looks like.